Hello Bobcats, it's Miss Elza here, and I hope you enjoyed our Black History Month lesson today on learning about Faith Ringgold and her quilts and her book that she actually turned from a quilt into a book, Tar Beach. So today we're going to be making our very own paper quilts inspired by Faith Ringgold. So you are going to need a few things today, and if you don't have these supplies, we do have an alternative option for you. You can just draw the quilt and do the squares around the edge and then come up with your own story here. This is one that I made just with pencils, markers, crayons, and a ruler. So if you do have that or a side of a book at home, you can do this lesson instead. But if you do have access to all of these supplies, scissors, glue, pencil, paper, paper scraps, and you can either have, if you have paper with patterns on them, or if you want to make your own scraps for the edges, you can do that too with just white paper, cutting it into squares, and then coloring them different ways, and then gluing them to the paper. And today you can use glue stick or regular glue. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is get out our construction paper, and then make sure you cut your little squares to go around the edge, or squares or rectangles, whatever you prefer. And I went ahead, just for the sake of time, and started gluing down some of these squares. And I am going to be using the Elmer's glue, again, just to make this go a little faster for the video. And you just want to do like little dots of glue. If you remember being in school last year, we always talked about using just little dots. You don't need to have your quilt swimming in glue today. All right, so we're just going to line the edge of the quilt like this. And I'm kind of going back and forth, so I didn't want to just do that dragonfly paper twice in a row because I want to add some. Oh, and look at me, I'm putting a little more glue than I said on, but that's okay. Not too much. You can also do like a zigzag like that. Again, not too much glue, it's just a little bit. So if you can master that technique, you're welcome to do that too. Alright, I think this is looking pretty good so far. And when you think about the story that you want to come with, I think about something fun, or if there's a book that you like that inspires you and you want to retell that story on your quilt today, that's totally fine too. So basically you're going to want a piece of paper that you've cut. I just used computer paper. This is construction paper. I just cut a piece of computer paper in half, so that's where my story is going to go. And again, for the sake of television magic, I've already gone ahead and drawn and colored a story for you. There's a book called The Whale and the Fishbowl, so I went ahead and recreated that story here. So that you have more time to work on your quilt today, I'm just going to go ahead and glue this one down. There we go. All right. And I will upload a picture of this final piece. And if you guys want to do the whale and the fishbowl and make it your own, you can do that too. Or if you want to come up with your own idea, like I said earlier, if you didn't have access to all the supplies that I just used to make this project happen, you can just use a blank piece of paper, computer paper, any paper you have at home, and come up with another story. Like this one is flowers raining on a cityscape. So these are your options for today, guys, and I cannot wait to see what you all create at home. Please remember to upload a photo of your work to the Google Classroom to make sure that you receive credit for completing this assignment. And also, don't forget, you can email me if you have any questions. I hope you're having a great day, Bobcats.